Well, welcome to Hamilton County TV. I'm Perry Williams, and as you can see, it's the Coach David Sharpe show. Welcome, Coach.
Hi, Perry.
Coach, let's talk a little bit about what you coaches mostly say the second season now. It's tournament time. It's a very exciting time in the fall in the state of Indiana about playoff time. So let's kind of talk a little bit about this season, the first season that you played, and some of the pros and some of the cons, and where I know that most people feel like the last two ball games, we won one, we lost one, but we got beat by the number one team in the state, and in one of them that they feel that we're playing better football. So let's talk a little bit about that.
Right. I love the way how Indiana has the season set up, especially in 6A. You can totally focus on those 9 games, your conference schedule and all that, and then you get the week off. We're going through our bye week before the tournament starts. So there's a ton of emphasis on the conference schedule. And, this season we really had high hopes. We thought that we had the experience and the talent to, our big goal was to win 6 games. Okay, it didn't work out. But we've gone through so much together as a group, and all you can ask for is to be healthy and confident going into the tournament. And this is the healthiest that we've ever been. We had a series of injuries, especially offensively throughout the season, offensive line especially throughout the season. We've had numerous starters miss games in the middle of the season, okay? And I believe we've played in varsity games, I think we played 5 centers this year. Going back to before Gage Wren's injury, but we've had 5 centers with the freshman quarterback, and it just, we keep having to move people around because a guy will get hurt for a game or two, and it's just been a struggle offensively, and that's a lot of our offensive woes kind of came in the middle of the season. But as mentioned, we're now 100% healthy. We're ready to put out the best lineup that we can on the sectional game this Friday against Zionsville. So it's been it goes by so fast. We told the kids the first day, or when we played Mount Vernon, like the day before we played Mount Vernon in week 1, it's like, do the math. There's 9 games times 7 days a week. It's 63 days from now. It's all over, and it's the bye week, and then we're all ready. Then we take some time off and we get ready for the playoffs. And that 63 days went by. It goes by faster every year for me, and the kids they're talking about how quick it goes by. The grind of high school football season. So we like where we're at. Okay, it's we're on a winning streak. It's a 1-game winning streak, but you got to start somewhere. And
you got to win the first.
You got to win the first one, and it's so hard to win in this conference, as everybody knows. But we're a much better program than we were 2-3 years ago. But Fishers and HSE and Westfield and Zionsville, they just all keep getting better and better. Franklin Central's better. Brownsburg's obviously better. Just everybody keeps improving, and it's hard to get those W's, but it's all in the past. It's all ancient history, and we feel really good, and we feel really healthy, and we're ready to attack the tournament season.
Coach, talk a little bit. You mentioned one key thing, and I don't really think people realize how important an offensive line is, especially a center. And with Gage Wren being a senior, you had a lot of eggs in that basket that Wren was going to be there. And like you said, you had to go through 5 centers during the season, so that's huge.
Offensively, what we do, the center is like the point guard. I mean, it's such an important position, and we had our guy, but unfortunately our guy got hurt, Gage, in July, right? But we've since patched it together. We've had Nate Ham plays a lot of center, okay, but we lost him to an injury a few weeks back, okay, but he's healthy now. We played Sam Setmeyer at center. Toby Barnes started a game at center, and Drew Page has played some center also in this season. And it's just, you never want to do that, but it's just the way that this season's kind of worked out. But I'm proud of everybody being so coachable and willing to say, yeah, I'll go play this position, even though it's not my natural one. So I give Coach Joe Williams a lot of credit, Coach Jeff Hastings a lot of credit for just developing everybody in the offensive line, because we've used a lot of people this year, and they all stepped up when they needed to.
Yeah, because the one thing about it is that with Wren at center, and I know that Ham had played a little bit center, but The other 3 or 4 guys hadn't spent much. I mean, Drew Page hadn't spent much time at center, I'm sure, ever in his career. So, but that's what you're talking about. That the guys have made some big sacrifices up front.
Yeah. Where do you need me, Coach? We had that attitude, and so it's losing games is not fun, but these guys are fun to be around. Practice is a joy to go out to. There's a lot of competition. There's a lot of competing. The guys are out there. They're having fun. They're mixing it up, and the losses they're devastating. But we're over them on Saturday morning. We're ready to get back at it. So,
well, Coach, let's talk about playoff time right now. You're playing a team that's lost 4 games in a row. Okay, and as you talked, we've struggled. So. It's really a pretty good matchup. Back on 9/16, we played them at Zionsville and lost 39-7. But I know you were. Just nothing went right that game.
Nothing went right. It was one of the worst games I've ever been a part of. We couldn't get any flow going offensively or defensively. And just when it rains, it pours sometimes. And before you knew it, that was the game we were down 23-7 before you could blink an eye, and then we threw the ball a lot that game, trying to catch back up. And Landon had a good game throwing the ball, but that's not our cup of tea. Coming down from 2 and 3 score leads, we'd much rather mix in the run, then pass, not pass. And but it was a crazy game. But that happens in high school football. It happens in all levels of football. I got to watch my Boilermakers for the first quarter, and it was like that game was over, against Wisconsin in 2 minutes, and I was like, sometimes these things happen, but they are very well coached. Zionsville, they know that they're not 32 points better than us. They were on one random Friday, but they know it's going to be a dogfight coming into our stadium, and we feel the same way. We feel like it's going to be a coin flip game, and we're very excited to play at home yet again.
And Coach, let's talk about that rhythm a little bit more, because you've talked about it all season long. That with this offense we have to get a rhythm. Okay,
exactly. Yeah.
And I would say, I'm not a expert football guy, but I would say that the last 2 games between Brownsburg and Avon, we were able to get in some rhythm. Okay,
you're 100%.
And the first game against Brownsburg, that is a very talented football team. I mean, like you said, that on both sides of the ball, they got a tremendous amount of D1 football players.
Yeah, our guys are very confident within our system. I know a lot of people don't understand what we're trying to do, but our guys do. There's belief. When we put 11 guys in the field, they know exactly how we want to get the ball in the end zone and how we want to win a football game. And the kids have been bought in, 100% all season long. And you're right about the rhythm. It's the games that we have not played well, like the Zionsville the first time. We went 3 and out. It's like we did not get off to a good start. And if we don't get that nice big punch on first down, that nice good punch on second down, we're going to struggle a little bit. And when we played Brownsburg, we had a nice 15-play drive to open up the game. When we played Avon, I want to say a 7, 8, 9-play drive to open up the game. And the key for us in both games is we've gotten Logan Schaffner established again. When he has a big game, we usually play very well offensively, and it's our job to figure out how to get him open and how to what wrinkles that we need to get the ball into our playmakers' hands. And when you get him the ball and you have a lot of snaps and you give him 20 carries, there's a chance that he's going to probably bust 2 or 3 of those, and that's what he did against Avon. He had 2 really big runs that kind of were the difference makers, and when he's going, we get so much. The defensive focus is on stopping him. A gaps, B gaps, it opens up C gaps, wide stuff, and of course throwing the ball deep. And Landon was 3 for 3 on deep balls. Beautiful passes to Gage Goalie and Aiden Brewer, and it was just really a great offensive performance. And we made just enough plays on D when we needed to get that incredible quarterback Mason Reynolds off of his rhythm. But yeah, we feel like we have some offensive momentum going into the playoffs for sure.
Because one thing, and I'll have to say this, that there's nothing prettier than us getting in our rhythm.
Yeah.
And Sean Blake